Good morning, good afternoon, good evening everybody, and welcome to Beyond Standards community. It's your Captain Shanks once again with some more BFME action. And this is gonna be a commentary on the map Forts of Eisen between good against evil, Gondor against Mordor. The replay what we're gonna cast today is from 2008 and is being played on the patch 1.03. Before losing any time, let's get it started. Alright, as on the right side of the map we have the green Mordor player, Gamroth. On the left side of the map we have the red Gondor player, Khan Sonka, starting with double farm. So talking about the start, normally as Gondor you can see 99% of all games in the map Forts of Eisen, Gondor is starting with a farm and a blacksmith. So starting with double farm can actually work out pretty nice against Mordor, because this is gonna give you a resource advantage, since the farm costs 350 while a blacksmith costs 400. You can actually get a bit faster structures and your stable. And the horses you're gonna recruit, they're gonna be a bit cheaper, because the farm has a food bonus in Battle for Middle-earth 1. The more farm you can control, up to 6 plus, you can gain, up to 30% discount on the cavalry units. The Gondor Knights, they normally cost like 800, so you can get them quite fast, because they're gonna be much cheaper. But the downside about that is you will be really late with your upgrades, because not starting with a blacksmith means that your blacksmith actually gonna need a while to rank up to level 2. Most of the time when you see Gondor starting with double farm into the third farm, you can already tell that the plan and the strategy of the Gondor player is to get a couple of horses on the field, possibly get shields, because the shield you don't purchase in the blacksmith, you purchase the shields in your stable, and then possibly rush for Gandalf. Okay, Mordor has 3 orcs on the field, as Gondor was able to come to the Mordor side from the middle. In the meantime, Hobbit was taking this farm first, gonna grab this one. The reason why he took this farm first, by the way, because he started with double farm into the third farm. So he went to the back side, because he would not have the resources, he would have just, waited here for a couple of seconds. This way he's not gonna waste any time. Right, let's see if Gondor player will be able to deal any kind of damage. The positioning here is the key, by the way, from the Mordor player. He picked Eye and Eye of Sauron, Heal and Eye of Sauron picked from the players, by the way. And he should be using the Eye now, that's great. And with that being said, I don't think that Gondor should be able to take down the lumber mill, but he will be able to take down a couple of those lumber mill workers, which is also great. So by the way, as good against evil, you as Gondor or Rohan against Isengard or Mordor, you don't always have to kill the lumber mill. Killing the lumber mill is a great thing, but overcommitting for a potential kill is a mistake. When you are not sure that you can take it down, then wasting time on trying to take it down is actually a lot of waste of time, if this makes any sense to you, because you're not gonna be able to take it down. You are wasting your units, you are wasting your ability, and you can take it down. It's better to fight against the orcs. This way you can actually stall a bit, buy some time, because you have only those 2 soldiers on the field. Or in a better case scenario, you can actually focus on the lumber mill workers, just like the Gondor player did, because they are the only way to get resources as the Mordor early game. Great move from the Mordor player. After defense, he's immediately taking down the creep for himself. This is gonna give him a decent amount of power points. He has almost the Tainted Land ready already. He should be grabbing the treasure. Hobbit, in the meantime, is trying to go to the back line, and kill a couple of those lumber mill workers. Should be able to easily. 1 second, guys. Sorry. Okay, he needs to deal with the work. In the meantime, Hobbit is taking down every single lumber mill worker from the Mordor player, which is great for the Gondor player. We're gonna see the first Gondor Knight on the field already, and that's what I'm talking about. They cost only 600. Normally, Gondor would have 1 blacksmith in 2 farms. That would make the horses a bit more expensive. They would cost 640 instead. In the meantime, Mordor has almost a full base. He had a great start. He did not lose any of those lumber mills, which is great and actually necessary. In 2019, you can also tell that you could possibly see a Haradrim Palace at this point, but I'm guessing that this Mordor player is saving resources to get his Troll Cage up on the field. Troll Cage is good and bad at the same time. With the Troll Cage you can do something early on, but once Gandalf the White is gonna be on the field, so you can't really fight for the map control anymore. Unlike Haradrim Palace, I like the Haradrim Palace a lot by myself, because Haradrim Palace is gonna give you the option to purchase those 2 outposts on the map, Forts of Eisen, and later you can actually get some runes on the field. Runes are quite useful against the horses. You need to, think about them like pikes from Isengard, so you can actually send them out. They cost 400 each, so they are not quite cheap, but you can use them to get some map control and to pressure the map. That's actually important. And if you go with the Troll Cage, you will be, kind of forced to camp in your base after Gandalf comes out. Because if you're not gonna do that, and if you leave your trolls one by one alone on the map, Gandalf will be taking them down one by one. Okay, Hobbit was able to cloak here, that's actually great. Now the Gondor player, also a great move from Gondor, focusing on the lumber mills first. That is the first thing you need to do once you get your first horse on the field, just like he did. He's getting a 3rd horse on the field, that's what I was talking about. This is gonna make his stable to level up to rank 2. That's again give him the option to get the Night Shield upgrade, which is reducing the incoming damage from the sentry towers. Talking about sentry towers, there is not much in the Mordor base. Mordor base, unlike the Eisen base, is a squishy base anyway. Talking about the slaughterhouses, a slaughterhouse has level 1 1500 health, and a furnace has actually 3000 health, so double amount. So rushing the Mordor base early on is quite easy, as Gondor or Rohan or even Eisen, even orcs are able to take down those slaughterhouses level 1 quite easily. Also later on, when they are level 3, they will have 4500 health, and a furnace has 6000 health, by the way. Alright, in the meantime, the Gondor player is focusing on the creeps, trying to get some power points for himself. And that's the good thing about having 3 horses on the field. So you can actually use one of your horses constantly to pressure, and that's gonna force Mordor player actually to be around this side in order to keep those lumber mills alive. Because lumber mills are quite necessary if you wanna survive with Mordor, if you wanna have a great amount of resource income. Because as Mordor you need to get Witch King on the field, you need to get trolls on the fields, like at least 4 or 5 trolls and 1 or 2 drummer before you are ready to go. That again costs you a lot of time and resources, so you necessarily need those lumber mills outside of your base. Okay. We have still 1 creep left on the map, Forts of Eisen. PowerPoint wise, Gondor has more than enough, by the way. He has full base by now. He's going for the shield upgrade, so he might look for a rush, but he can't go for the Forge Blade. That's the issue we were talking about in the early game, because none of his blacksmiths are not even close. This one is a bit close, but still needs about a minute before he can buy upgrades, and only 4 blacksmiths inside the space. That's gonna make those upgrades quite expensive. They cost 320, and if you have 6 blacksmiths, they cost only 240. And that doesn't sound too much for you maybe, but you need to keep in mind that the Night Shield upgrade for Gondor is the cheapest upgrade you can actually get. All the other upgrades, they cost way more. So Forge Blades, they cost 480 now. They cost only 360 once you have 6 under your control. And it looks like that the Troll Cage is unprotected. Luckily for the Mordor player, that without the blades, those horses, they don't deal too much damage, and they won't be able to take down the Troll Cage. So we get another troll on the field. This attack nicely protected with actually orcs and towers only. Yeah, blades are really... Oh, be careful here. Okay, he should be getting away. By the way, forgot to mention that Gondor player is being on-host in this one. Now he's doing the right thing. He's demolishing 2 of his farms and getting 2 more blacksmiths instead. That again is gonna make those upgrades quite cheap, or much cheaper. Mordor is playing quite aggressive right now with the trolls, but that's gonna be a thing when Gandalf gonna be on the field. you can't really do that anymore. And it looks like he's saving for Gandalf right now, unless he might also go for the upgrades once this blacksmith hits up to level 2. But at this point I think it would be a better choice to just, you know, save resources, get Gandalf on the field, clean the map first, get everything under your control, and then you can actually keep rushing the base. Maybe grab the outpost, make some archers. But you don't wanna, as Gondor, you don't want to give too much time to Mordor as well, because Gondor lacks of leadership. And yes, Gandalf is being the strongest hero of Middle-earth, in Battle for Middle-earth 1 at least. But also Gandalf will struggle a lot when it comes to deal with trolls with massive leadership. With that being said, you don't want Mordor to get enough to get Drama, Witch King and Darkness, because then you barely deal any damage with your spells as Gandalf, and also your archers not gonna deal too much damage. Okay, map control wise, even though Mordor is using his trolls aggressively, I like the way the Gondor player is playing. He's not scared with those horses, engaging and going for the base with 3 horses at the same time. Yes, one of them still fighting for the map control. Multitasking is the key to win the games, and he's gonna choose Elven Elias, which is quite interesting. And yeah, I mean, not too bad. The Drama Troll is on the field, you can see the troll is glowing, but he's getting out of range now. Would be nice to eat the Orc to heal up. That's a great move from the Mordor player, and a great defense so far, I gotta say. But he does not have the trees in his hands, which is, you know, a double-edged sword. It's good situationally, because then again you can actually use your Find an Orc to Eat ability to level up, to heal up your level 1 trolls. But with the trees in your hands, you are actually dealing incredible amount of area of effect damage. This is gonna give you the option to knock down the enemy units all the time on the ground. And as the attack passes through, we can clearly say that this attack was not successful by the Gondor player. It was more or less a waste of the PowerPoint abilities. He's spamming more and more horses at the same time. Right now he has 5 Knights of Gondor on the field. But Knights alone won't be enough normally in this matchup, because you can't do nothing against the trolls. So if you as Mordor see Gondor spamming more and more horses, I think the key is to actually make a couple of more trolls, keep them in your base, and you are pretty much good to go. And the way he's playing, he's chasing, over-chasing actually with the trolls. It might be also a great move here from the Gondor player. You know, just let you know, oh, be careful here. Those pathways, you need to avoid them as the Gondor player, because in this case you can actually get blocked. But the troll was for some reason not able to attack. Now he has all the upgrades he needs, by the way, including the Night Shield upgrade. So he's being tanky, can't die that fast. On the other side, Mordor is struggling resource-wise. He's far away from getting a Nazgul or a Witch King on the field. Industry from time to time is gonna be quite helpful. All he needs to do is just keep those slaughterhouses alive, because he keeps losing them. That's actually great from Gondor, even though it looks like that these attacks are not quite successful. But taking down the resource structures, in this case the slaughterhouses, over and over again, is actually a great move from the Gondor player, because this way they will never, you know, be ranked 3. Look at this tree here. Yeah, they don't have any experience gain yet. This one as well. So denying Mordor to get highly ranked slaughterhouses up to maximum amount of level 3 means less resources in his base and less tankiness. And a look on the minimap on the bottom left side can clearly tell us that Gondor has still, even without Gandalf the White, the control of this game. Talking about Gandalf the White, he has nearly 4,000 power points, 4,000 resources collected. So needs less than 2,000 right now, but he needs 1 more power point. And I like the way Mordor is playing. He actually is guessing or expecting Gondor to not have the power points he needs, since he summons the Elven Allies. That's why he keeps all his orcs inside his base to not give any power points to his enemy. And I think when you are spamming many 1v1s, and also to mention again, like at the start of the video, this replay is from 2008. 2008 was a time for BFME 1 to shine, because back at the day BFME had actually a server, the EA server you could spam quick matches on. So you could play day and night by, you know, searching against random players. You could spam many games. Good days, I miss them. And you know, when you was an experienced player, you had like a feeling about your own PowerPoint abilities and about the PowerPoint abilities from your enemy. And I think the Mordor is expecting that, you know, Gondor does not have the PowerPoint he needs for Gandalf. And Gandalf is desperately needed in this matchup. Without Gandalf early on, you can't do nothing against the trolls. So you need to early on get Gandalf on the field, then elves, and even eagles. Eagles are really good against Mordor. And that's gonna force Mordor player to make combos. Combos again are good situationally, but you know, they are also really squishy. So Gandalf can always go for a beautiful Wizard Plus on them. That's gonna give power points and more experience on Gandalf. However, I gotta say about Gandalf at some point, I don't wanna say useless, but becoming less impactful in this game. Against Mordor at least. Especially his Ward of Power is not gonna be dealing too much damage to trolls. It's gonna one-shot the combos, don't get me wrong, but against the trolls it's not gonna be that effective. Same against the Nazgul and Witch King, it barely deals any damage. Alright, Elven Special Summon Elven Allies, it's not gonna do much. We have so many horses, great amount of map control. Gandalf the Grey in the BFME 1 HD edition is going to war. A wizard is never late. In this case, he's not too late, but he's too early since he's just a grey. That's unfortunate. Without being white, your abilities are recharging much slower. You have less health and your abilities are dealing way less damage. That's why he's desperately trying to kill some orcs. Oh, wait a second. And he was able to take down one troll. What is gonna happen? I think Lightning Sword ability will be used. Will he be able to get enough? He will be able to take down both the trolls. And this Mordor is actually quite scared of this Gandalf the Grey. Now he's finally committing. He will get white. Will he be able to get away? He's gonna try to get mount on, but the drummer is missing. That means 50% increased damage leadership is missing. And again, Gandalf will be able to escape. There was an interesting move here from the Gondor player, which actually paid off unexpected from my side. I could see this Gandalf 10 times being dead if he would just right click on him with all units he had on the field. But maybe he was scared that the enemy is beating him with being grey, but actually being white. And with the Easterly Light and the Lightning Sword ability as Gandalf the Grey, he was able to take down 2 trolls of the Mordor player and gain the necessary power points he needed to unlock his Gandalf the White PowerPoint ability. Which means Gandalf can get mounted, as you can see. His abilities are dealing double the damage, so 100% increased damage means nothing less or more than the double amount, and 300 plus health, and powers recharge twice as quickly. So that's the most important thing, alongside with, I mean, everything. The health thing is not that important in my opinion. It's not bad to have an extra health, but I think that's not being the most important thing. Recharging twice as fast, dealing double damage, and the ability being able to get on your Shadowfax, which is the name of Gandalf's horse, by the way, if you didn't know that, is the most important thing. And he is pressuring the Mordor player pretty much all game long. We have 3 Nazguls, all of them are still remaining in the Citadel. Mordor does not have any resources, not even close to get Witch King on the field. And like mentioned at the start of the video, Witch King in this matchup is desperately needed. Because now the Drama Troll is not gonna be enough. And what is also important as Mordor, you know, what I would recommend you to do is just make sure that not a single troll of you is walking without leadership. Because if this is the case, you will see them dying one by one. So you have 2 Drama Trolls, keep them with your trolls, make sure that your trolls have constantly the leadership from your Drama Trolls. And maybe grab some stones, find a rock from the troll, because keep in mind that this is actually quite useful against Gandalf. As you know, Gandalf is forced to stand still for a couple of seconds when he's casting his abilities, especially after casting a spell, especially for example Easterlight. So you cast Easterlight, and after you are done casting, your Gandalf is not able to move for a couple of seconds. And sorry guys, and if you have trolls with rocks in their hands, and you use Drama to give leadership and Eye of Sauron for trolls, throwing the rock at Gandalf, he's gonna be dead. He's gonna be gone. And also the good thing about the... oh, he's grabbing them anyway. Sniping the stream 11 years ago. Right, by the way, this is not a live stream, this is exclusively for the YouTube channel. As you know, we do all this commentary stuff of replays only on the YouTube channel. And if this is your first time here, you know what to do. Please make sure to like the video and subscribe for more content like this. Okay, we have 4 trolls with the rocks in their hands. Easterlight was not able to kill the troll. That's what I'm talking about when the Drama Troll is close. Drama Troll is getting knocked down. That's what I'm talking about. Gandalf won't be able to move for a second actually. It's not even longer than that, but it's actually enough. Okay? It is enough to take him down. So what you need to do with those trolls, what is super important is you wanna click on that one, which is called Hold Fire. Because if you for a second forget about them, and if you don't press on Hold Fire, they will be automatically throwing the rocks on a random enemy. Okay? Eye of Sauron will be used, but the trolls again without the Drama leadership, that's unfortunate. Nice dodge with Gandalf. The White Darkness will be used, and this is not how you're supposed to use these abilities. Gandalf, the one-man army, Wizard Blast knocking the trolls down on the ground. This is not gonna be enough to deal. A troll is moonwalking, chasing Gandalf. Gandalf's ability, Easterlight, is gonna be available soon, can be used, but he chooses to hold it for now, and he's just gonna retreat. He has full map control, getting some trebuchets on the field. If you didn't know, trebuchets are quite strong against trolls as well, which is not only dealing incredible amount of damage, but also the ability that you can knock down the trolls with the trebuchets. So if you have 4 of these with firestones, the first shot is able to knock them down. That means all the other shots will be able to hit them because they are unable to move when they are knocked down, and you can burst them down. Trebuchets are pretty much strong against everything in BFME 1, by the way. You can kill structures, you can kill units, you can kill heroes, you can kill even Balrog. The only thing it does not no damage to is our Army of the Dead, and also flying units. Obviously you are not able to attack them, but you can attack them without being able to target them, and I will try to explain you how this is possible. You need to think about that. When you shoot at some place, the shot is in the air and it's flying, right? So in the meantime, when there is a Nazgul or an eagle trying to attack your trebuchet, while the shot is in the air, it can hit a Nazgul or a Witch King. It does not deal too much damage to them, but it happened to me a couple of times before then when I didn't stream or make YouTube, that I was somehow able to kill a Nazgul or a Witch King without having anything to shoot at them, but the trebuchets kill them. So it's possible, but it's really, you need to have luck, and it's not something you can actually plan to do. You can, but it's gonna be hard to execute. But it can work, and if it works, it's actually quite funny, because it's unexpected and your enemy will, will go crazy on you. Okay, 1 troll, and again, they are missing a lot of leadership. Easterlight will be able to kill, maybe. Now he has the leader, he was using the Wizard Blast. Easterlight is on cooldown. We have many trolls. The things could be looking a bit different if he would get Witch King on the field, because with the Witch King he can be always around inside his base to protect him and keep himself safe. Kill those trebuchets, for example. And while there is no attack happening in your base, you can use the Witch King to fish some power points by killing the Knights of Gondor, by focusing on the map control, by taking down all those rank 3 farms from the Man of the West player. With Man of the West I mean Gondor, because I was casting a lot of... oh, nice healing just in time. Those trolls were all about to slap. Late Eye. If he would Eye, I think he would be able to kill, because I don't underestimate the damage boost. It boosts your damage by 50%. Heal is not available, but it looks like Gandalf is just gonna beat them. There is no world in which they are able to catch Gandalf as long as he's running away. The only units which are able to catch Gandalf are flying units, including all 3 Nazguls. I mean 2 Nazguls and a Witch King, and 2 Eagles from the special summon of Gondor. Other than that, he's being the fastest unit in Battle for Middle-earth 1. With fasted, I mean he has the same amount of movement speed like Eomer from Rohan, so they are pretty much the same. None of them will be able to catch the other one. But you need to keep in mind that in BFME 1 there is a tool to make your heroes faster if you have Vision of Palantir. So let's say, let's talk about heroes for example, and that's gonna be not only a commentary. In this case, we're gonna make also a guide. Let's say you are playing Isengard and your enemy is Rohan. First thing to mention is that Legolas and Lurtz, those 2 heroes having this. Oh wait, will be able to get away. The shield bubble is saving the day. Legolas and Lurtz, they have the same amount of movement speed. Okay, so as long as Legolas keeps running, there is no way of your Lurtz being able to catch him. You will be always chasing him, but you won't be ever catching him. Unless you use your Palantir ability on your own Lurtz. If you didn't know that, is what Palantir does, it gives you vision control. That's probably something you already knew. But it also gives you movement boost. So your units, they will be moving 15% faster. So using that on Lurtz, who again has the same amount of movement speed like Legolas normally. You can chase him, and with the boost of your movement speed from the Palantir ability, you will be also able to catch him. So just keep that in mind if you're playing 1v1 or 2v2 and you are playing Isengard and there is a Legolas, a Rohan player on the opposite team has Legolas on the field. It's really hard and annoying to deal with the Legolas, I know that. Now you have something to deal with him. Because once he's crippled down from your cripple ability, when he's pinned down, Legolas and all the heroes which are dealing incredible amount of damage are also incredibly squishy, so they're gonna die pretty quickly. But talking about this game, we have some combos. Unfortunately, we don't have any Nazgul or Witch King. He has 4 power points at this point, or even maybe before the Darkness. I would recommend to get Devastation instead of Darkness, because what you need more is definitely some resources. All he has now right now is, are those slaughterhouses. Also not a good choice to use Industry on those 3, because you can predict that the player is always attacking from this side. Always use it on those 3, for example, because they are not. Oh wait, someone died there. I think a hero died, but the trolls are going crazy. I was for a second. There is a rank 6 troll, and that even without the Witch King. Imagine how strong they would become when the Witch King would be around. And that's what I'm talking about. Gondor lacks of leadership, especially damage leadership is gonna be important in order to deal with those trolls, to burst them down quite fast. Because once they reach to you, there is no way you can actually stop them with normal archers without any damage leadership. I think Faramir died, right? No, he didn't make any of these heroes. Someone died. I think that those were just normal, regular Knights of Gondor. Okay. In the meantime, he was able to take down a couple of those. And he was able to take down the Troll Cage. That's actually huge. There are 2 drummers left on the field. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trolls. He needs to rebuild the Troll Cage. He should definitely get Devastation. Definitely get Devastation, or even Scavenger. Listen, I have a 200 IQ idea, guys, okay? Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section below. What Scavenger does for Mordor is, every time you kill enemy units, you gain resources. At this point, you're always gonna kill enemy units. Knights, maybe Gandalf, or many archers. He will keep killing enemy units. That means you constantly are gaining resources from kills. So one good hit from your troll with the tree can actually bring you like 200 insta resources, like a treasure from the from the Wargliar, and that constantly. Uh, the way Scavenger works, it's you know, it's not always the same amount of numbers you can actually gain or the same amount of resources. It kind of depends on what kind of units you are killing. So if you kill Gandalf, you will get a lot of resources, like 2000 or something like that, like an absurd number of resources you can gain from killing Gandalf. If you kill Lambir mill workers or orcs, you're not gonna gain too much, but if you kill rangers, you know, those expensive units, you can gain a lot of resources. The drama trolls, they gotta be careful, because losing them would mean that there won't be a drama troll any soon on the fields. He has nothing inside the base, and I like the way the Gondor player is playing. He's baiting the Mordor player out, and in the meantime of him being not around in his own base, he's focusing on the base. The problem is now, that's gonna be the game, by the way. The trolls, they're gonna die. This 2 combo is not gonna be doing too much. Maybe Gandalf should be going for a Wizard Blast to keep them low. Once the trolls are gone, that's being the case right now. You could see and we can tell that Mordor is gonna call it GG. But these trolls are still alive. I don't know what this eagle is doing. This eagle is kinda not even getting focused on by the combos, which is questionable. The combos are leveling up quite fast, but they should be definitely focusing. All the trolls are gone. We have still 2 trolls, 1 troll. 2 drama trolls, the horses are coming. Drama troll leadership is not gonna be enough. I is still active, but I doesn't give you any defensive stats. It gives you only damage. Should be looking to get to save this level 5 troll. Wizard Blast ability has been used. Oh, the last shot was able to take down Gandalf. Imagine, chat, imagine guys and YouTube viewers. Hello YouTube. Imagine him having Scavenger there. He would have enough for Witch King. I'm calling it. I'm calling it. He would have enough resources for Witch King by now. Easily. And that could give him actually a comeback situation. However, he has nothing inside his base, right? That's the problem and that's the mistake. He doesn't even have an Orc Pit. Orc Pit is necessary. Orc Pit is great for Mordor to have. Even if you feed with Orc Pit, it's worth it. Because whenever you lose Orcs, you gain power points by yourself. As Mordor, if you didn't know that. Are you not wondering that you play against Mordor and suddenly he's summoning Balrog and you're like, okay, what did he actually kill from me? It's not only about him killing stuff from you, it's also about him losing stuff to you. Especially those Orcs. Losing them gives Mordor almost as much power points as to you who's killing them, you know? Even if not even more.
We've released a mountain troll.
And yeah, that's how normally a matchup Gondor Mordor should look like when you don't have Haradrim Palace. That's what I was talking about. Once Gandalf is out, you can't really leave your base. You are pretty much doomed and you can only remain in your base. I mean, I gotta say, with those Knights of Gondor, Gondor player Kansonka was doing a great job. Beating the enemy out, always being active with those horses, pressuring the base. There is only 1 or 2 slaughterhouses with rank 3. All the others are only rank 1, by the way. And it means way less resource income. That's the most annoying thing, by the way, when you are playing Gondor Rohan against Mordor. When there is an enemy troll knocking your horses down and you are for some reason, for like 10 minutes, it feels like 10 years, you are not able to move. And the problem is that even when a couple of your units of the battalion are actually on, you know, they are not knocked down, but they can't even move away because others are knocked down. They are like, and our friends die, we wanna die as well. That's being said, it's such an annoying thing. Even if you are that rich as Gondor, I mean, this guy is rich. I mean, like rich. He has even a well here. He didn't capture this outpost ever, which is kind of questionable. I would always recommend you to take everything when you have a lead. Just why not? Make a statue. There is no statue here as well. It's also something that I don't like. Maybe he's really sure about that the Mordor player will never go for an attack. Because statue is giving you 100% increased damage leadership. So this is not something you want to miss. Also capture this outpost. Make a marketplace, even Stoneworker in your base. Make everything, you know, just make everything you have the time. But that's the problem in the late game as Gondor against Mordor. You are kinda limited as well. Gondor, when it comes to defense, brilliant, amazing. You can't defend yourself better with any other faction, with any other army in Battle for Middle-earth 1, like you can with Gondor. Gondor is camper. Gondor is the faction for campers. When you don't wanna be worried about your base, play Gondor. Gondor has 11 spots inside his base, a really strong wall, by the way. You have a structure which is only made for defense purposes. The legendary structure itself. You know what kind of structure I'm talking about, right? You know it. So you can actually upgrade your towers with the stonework upgrades. You can laser towers, and those towers they're gonna hurt. And then you can make many trebuchets inside and outside of your base. By the way, a quick question to you guys. Please make sure to answer this question in the comment section below. I have a replay which I played by myself, and it was a 2v1 replay, me playing against two noob to medium players. And I was playing Gondor, and I was doing exactly what I was just talking about. I was camping, and they could not finish me. And believe me or not, at the end of the day, they got tilted, and they left the game because they did everything what they could to finish me, and they could not. They couldn't finish me. I was so rich without having, with having only 2 farms outside of my base because of marketplace. I was having such a strong defense, they could not finish me. So if you're interested in seeing that, I would be casting that. If you want, just let me know in the comment section below. And by the way, if you enjoy what I'm doing, if you enjoy the cast, please make sure to like this video as well. This replay is gonna be finished soon. Mordor was just losing everything what he had on the field. He has 2 more throws left. The Eagle special summon will be there. We might not even be able to see the Balrog special summon. He still needs 3 power points. I think Gondor is afraid that a Witch King finally might come out, but Mordor still needs like 5,000 resources to get Witch King on the field. This game could be looking different if the Mordor player would go for the Devastation or for the Scavenger. Because what is Balrog gonna do? Balrog is not gonna win you the game. If you don't have anything to go for the main base, I mean, what Balrog can do is finishing the main base. But if you don't have anything for the map control, if you don't have anything to finish the outpost at the same time as you killing the main base with Balrog, Balrog is not gonna win you the game. What was necessary for the Mordor player was definitely the lack of resources. He did not have any resources. He could not go for a Nazgul or a Witch King. He was struggling a lot to make trolls and combos at the same time. So what was needed? Resources. And you have, as Mordor or Eisen, you have many ways to gain resources. And Mordor has even more ways to gain resources. Because there is a Fuel the Fire upgrade from Isengard, as you know. It only works if you have map control. If you don't have map control, it's not gonna work. But Scavenger does work when you kill enemy units. Devastation, which is being around for both the factions, Eisen and Mordor, they can use this ability, both of them. It gives you instantly like 2,500 resources or something like that. So you can use it. You could have used that like by the time 4 times. Maybe had the Witch King on the field, maybe was able to defend, and maybe would be able to win the game. So we are just having communication, I think, in the global chats. We are not able to see that because this is a casting video, this is not a live stream. Or this game is not happening right now in 2019. By the way, guys, thank you so much for everything. We have currently over 320 subscribers on the YouTube channel and over 730 followers on the Twitch channel. This is amazing. Thank you so much for that, for all your support. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for the likes, thank you for the comments on the videos. You guys make me going, and that's why I appreciate every single one of you. Gamrov, the Mordor player, has been defeated, as the Gondor player was able to win this game for himself. And yeah, if you are enjoying what I do, please make sure to subscribe to my channel for more content and turn on the notifications as well. As always, have a great weekend. Take care of yourself and stay beyond standards. Peace, guys.